Alright guys, welcome to a sunny afternoon here in Quintessential. So here we have the TY 51 138 locomotive from the Polish People's Republic, built in 1956, and this one is an actual locomotive that was retired and then moved in this location from nearby. It worked in the sand mines, which I don't know if it'll pick it up, but if you see across the street there's a sand mine also operating here since the 1960s. So this locomotive here played an important part in the everyday process involved with working in the sand mines here in Quintessential and these surrounding areas. See behind me, they're now transporting the sand from one location of the mine to another, so it can be later on transported out of the sand mine. So I was looking on the internet, looking at different villages here in Poland, seeing what I could search up and see what I could go look at. I decided, why not just make a video about Quintessential. So that's what I'm here to do. And after I got here, I realized it may not have been the best idea. So I may just make it into a video of exploring nearby villages and see what each one has to offer. So join me as we explore the villages of Opolska. Hey guys, welcome to the Evangelical Cemetery of Quintessential. From the 18th century. The 10, the 5, and the 3. 18th century, the Evangelical Cemetery. And I can probably get a full view of it. Here lies Sophie Floethe, born in 1846 and died in 1930. And here we have, can't make anything out other than from 1776. So he was born in 1776. That's going back to the American Revolution and the independence of America. Pamięci dawnych mieszkańców kotlarni, którzy spoczywają na tym ewangelickim cmentarzu, a którzy swoim życiem i pracą przyczynili się do powstania i rozwoju kotlarni oraz sąsiedniej miejscowości. Miejsce wiecznego spoczynku rodziców Ernsta Friedricha z Wernera, wielkiego budowniczego katedry w Kolonii. Ojciec Ernst Friedrich Traugott z Werner, born in 1770 and died in 1841. And the mother, Eleanor, born in 1777. So you can see the oldest one here was born in 1770, which is before America became a country. Yeah, so just a very small cemetery. Quite literally, you won't be able to see it, but through the trees, we're not really in the forest here, but through the trees there's the commie blocks. No doubt built by Stalin himself, signed off on it. And yeah, Quintessential is just a little village. And even they have these commie blocks. So yeah, just imagine being born 6 years before America gained its independence. This man's father would have been hearing rumors going around about a war that began with England over in America. He would have been following it. And his son is now buried here. And yeah, it can be absolutely crazy to think about. So let's keep on moving, find out what could be laying around, hidden behind the trees, maybe in plain view. So let's go explore little old Côte Lardinier a little bit more. So in these small villages all around Poland, as you can see, I'm in Stara Kuźnia right now, and the team is Zawisza Stara Kuźnia. So in these villages they have a whole league that promotes teams in different rural areas, villages and small towns throughout Poland, and they happen to be a part of one. So they have their own stadium, their own playing field, and you'll see it often here in Poland throughout the small towns and villages. Alright guys, so like I said, you saw back there on the soccer field, I am in Stara Kuźnia. It was about a 5-minute drive from Côte Lardinier. I said I'd come here. I noticed there was a soccer field. I wanted to check it out because very often small towns and villages, you drive through them in Poland, and one thing they all have in common is that they have a soccer field. And as you can see back here, this club back here is part of a league that promotes different communities and having teams throughout the small areas in Poland. So, hey, either we're gonna find something else in Stara Kuźnia, or yeah, we're gonna end up finding a different village to go to. But either way, our journey continues. Let's go. So I was driving on to the next village from Stara Kuźnia, and on the road I saw a little sign that said Cmentarz Żydowski. That always means old things because that's a Jewish cemetery. So I wanted to come and check it out in the forest back here. And along the way, look what I came across. An old Polish People's Republic communist toilet. Which is great. Here's the other part. It's great because I was actually needing one right about now. And what do you think, guys? Is this sufficient? Looks pretty damn good to me, so I'm gonna use it and I'll let you know how it went. Alright guys, bugs are getting me. Moving back into the forest, had a refreshing moment there with the Polish People's Republic toilet. Had that nice brown color that you saw a lot back in the days. And yeah, this is what we're gonna have to enter in order to find the old cemetery. I don't know, guys. Is that a good sign? For me, doesn't sound like one. They want to keep me away. Guys, I just came across it. I can see some tombstones up in the air, behind some trees. I'm gonna get a little closer so you can see it up close, and maybe we can check some dates out on them. The crows went away. They followed me the whole way here as soon as I entered the forest, until literally, I don't know, 10 feet until I saw the tombstones. So you can see, most of them are in the air still. They're quite tall. Either in Hebrew or Yiddish, whichever one. You can still see some design on them there and there. Got something going on. And I'm not seeing any numbers. That one's about to fall over. You've got another design with a rope down the middle, some curtains off to the side. The cemetery is in the middle of nowhere. Just in the middle of the forest. We're not near a town. We're rather in between two small towns or two small villages. So I don't know if it was inhabited at some point. And if it was, how close to this cemetery was it actually? So from the information I can gather about the cemetery, first of all, there's little information, but it appears it was vandalized by Wehrmacht soldiers at the end of World War II. I'm not sure if there's any truth to that, as it's still standing pretty well, unless it was much bigger than this. But as you can see right down there, it does appear to say 1829, possibly 1879. Why does this say 5583? That is my question. What is that? 5583. See, he's got the largest, the tallest one. So yeah, there you guys have it. Another cemetery. Exactly what you guys were looking for. Of course, it is the final resting place of us all inside of the earth. So it's interesting to see the historical aspect. To find the oldest ones is always interesting. But now I gotta navigate through the forest once more and make it back to the car and make it on to the next village. Guys, this is what I've been trying to get to. We've got Niezdrowice. Witają was. The most beautiful village in Opolskie in 2021. And what does Niezdrowice mean? It means it's an unhealthy village. And that's why I wanted to come here. So what does Niezdrowice have? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Let's go. Here we have the Wiejski Dom Kultury, or the House of Culture, or Village House of Culture. I guess it would translate to something like that. See the nice artwork they got going on. It's not a Soviet mosaic, but you gotta hand it to them. They did a nice job. And they got the traditional flowers and the Slavic pattern on there. I suppose you would call that the community hall in America, wouldn't you? So you can think like that, basically the same thing. And today it's being used as a senior housing center for the local cluster of different villages in the area. But I'm sure they hold events, meetings, and different community deals in the area. Guys, we're in Újazd. We're not gonna stay here very long. We just came to get a drink from a local shop. We have Żabka over there, but that's not local. There's other choices over here. And then we got the other one. And we got Polish drivers over there. It's a very beautiful little town, but we're not going to do much here. It deserves a good hardcore look into it. And for now, I just need a drink, so I'm going to go get one.
Bym wziął tu, a tam niegazowaną tam, bo się nie sprzedaje na rynku.
No.
Dziękuję.
Dzięki.
Do widzenia.
Tak?
Alright guys, that's gonna do it from Újazd and the rest of my village hopping for today. Managed to pick up my water, Yurdaska natural mineral water. So I got that. Good to head on back, and the only reason I came to Uyazd was for the little local shop here. It's an absolutely stunning little town. Definitely deserves more time. Maybe in the future if you'd like to see it. Let me know in the comments. But for now, that's all. See you next time.
Ti come can, tu ne crom, se ci voglio.